Okay, so we are back with the part three. Okay, so this is the way that the karmic is feeling about the divine masculine and the actions that she is planning on taking, or the actions that she is taking right now with dealing with the divine masculine in the situation. Now, this is a karmic who knows about the divine feminine here. Okay, so what came out first was this grass cutting thing, okay, and we have the Jack of Diamonds, okay. So she feels like she's slowly cutting away the weeds, okay, aka the karmic in her mind, all right. With the Jack of Diamonds is the Knight of Pentacles, right? We got that over here too as well. Um, but she is slowly thinking that, you know, that it's taking some time to hack away, to get rid of the divine feminine, basically hack away whatever that's causing conflict within her relationship, right? So with the Eight of Swords, she feels like, okay, she in her mind she wants a victory, okay, with the divine masculine, and she feels like in time with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, the divine masculine will offer his cup of love to her, okay, in time that he will eventually learn to love her here, okay. And he'll come to his senses here about this commitment with the Ten of Pentacles and the Hierophant, okay, with the King of Swords. So this is what she's hoping to happen, okay, and she's hoping that, you know, he'll apologize for the lying and the sneaking around and or whatever he was doing, you know, behind her back with the divine feminine, and then she'll forgive him, okay, and everything will be, you know, clear. All right. So this is how she's actually feeling about the situation um, with the divine masculine, right? About the divine masculine. So this card came out as far as like her actions, like what she was going to take. So we have the lady with her titties out, and she's basically using her sexuality here, okay, um, to get the divine masculine's attention off of the divine feminine. And we've seen that in the divine masculine's reading in part two, that he was playing into the sexual thing or whatever the case may be, because this is what she putting out, right? I mean, if somebody throwing that ass, who ain't going to jump for it? I mean, you would hope that he wouldn't, but they obviously living in the same house together or something like that or whatever, right? So she's stressed out and worried, okay. Like she's hoping with the star card that that what she's doing, okay, throwing herself and him sexually is going to put an end, with the death card and the Ten of Swords, is going to put an end to the love that he has for the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is showing up as the Empress in her reading, okay. Divine Feminine was showing up as the Queen of Cups in Divine Masculine's reading, and Divine Feminine's, the way he was feeling about the his reading and Divine Feminine reading. So he she's hoping that by her, you know, whatever she's doing with the sex thing or whatever the case may be, throwing sex on him, that it's gonna end, you know, put an end to him trying to give his love to this divine feminine here, who he is happy with, okay. um Also, she's using another tactic here, okay, in order to keep the divine feminine to her. So she's holding on to text messages, okay, that divine masculine was sending to the divine feminine here, and this is how she's controlling him. Um, this is how she's taming him or controlling him here with the devil card and the strength card, and this is how she's keeping control and keeping the situation balanced. So not only is she using sex, but she's also holding on to messages that the masculine and the feminine was sharing with each other, okay. So this is how she's keeping the control, keeping things from, you know, blowing out of proportion with the Tower card here, okay. This is her control factor, and the Strength card came up twice to signify that. Yeah, and this is how she's keeping things, you know, stable. Um, yeah, this is what she's using to control him here. So this can be for masculines who was married to the karmic person, because we do have the Hierophant here and the Ten of Pentacles, so that can be like a marriage or something between these two people or something like that. But she's using this as leverage, okay? Um, that's what I was about to say with this. She's using it as leverage here. These text messages that he was sending to the feminine, okay? To keep things from blowing out of proportion. So, what do we have over here? Okay, so we have, what did it say? No need to fear. So she's not worried, okay? She's feeling unbothered and unworried about the situation. She's feeling like, okay, I got this in the bag. I don't need to worry about this, the divine feminine, because I got this masculine where I want him. I'm already, got something over top of his head. This is what she got over top of his head. Okay. And also she think that she gonna lay it down on him too, to keep him away from the divine feminine. So I already got something over top of his head. All right. So this is how she feels. So she feel like she's not gonna be left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles, because she's banking on that history that they have together here. So they could have been together for a while. Okay, her history here with the divine masculine. So the masculine is showing up as the emperor here in her reading, and the empress is the divine feminine. And she's showing up as the queen of pentacles, which we'll get to. But yeah, so she's like, yeah, I'm not worried because he's not going to leave me out in the cold. We have history together, okay, with the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So this is him here, okay, and she's hoping that he's going to come to some type of realization that, about the relationship between them two here. She's going to continue to give him money, okay, and gifts, money on top of money, gifts on top of gifts, whatever. This is Pentacles. Okay, so she's going to continue to give him money and gifts and wait for him to make a decision, because six and one is seven. Seven of Pentacles is waiting around, right? So this is what she's been doing, okay? This is what she's waiting for. She's waiting for him to put an end to this situation with the feminine, So in the meantime, she's going to continue to give him gifts and things like that. She's banking on, that history that they have together here, and that he's going to make the decision here to move forward passionately with her, okay, with this Knight of Wands. And she knows that it's going to take some time, but she's bribing him like with money and shit, and waiting for him to make this decision towards her. So this is why she's feeling like she's not worried at all. Plus she has, the love messages over top of his head, and she think that her sex is good enough to keep him away from the feminine, okay? So this is all that's going on inside of her mind here, okay, with this Eight of Swords. All right. Yeah, this is what she's thinking. Okay, all this is what she's thinking. So she's thinking that he's going to come back rushing forward towards her passionately and giving her the same energy that she's putting out to him. She like, oh, he going to come back with the same energy. It's just taking him a while. He needs something. He needs time to figure it out. Okay, she wants him to put an end to the third party here. Okay, with the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups, and any other options that he may have, okay? And she's watching him, okay? With this Three of Swords, the Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, she's watching him, okay? Waiting for the time. She's waiting for this time to happen, or waiting for this to happen, for him to put an end to the third party and any other options that she has. This is what she's wishing to happen, okay? And she's waiting for it with this clock, okay? She's feeling like it's all going to happen in time. That's why it's taking so slow, or whatever the case may be. This is what she's thinking here with the Five of Swords. This is what she's thinking at night when she's asleep or trying to rest. This is what's going on in her mind, you know. So we also got worth waiting for. So she feels like the masculine is definitely worth waiting for, okay? And yeah, she feels like the masculine is definitely worth waiting for. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So she, you know, she's using money right now, okay, to pull him into her direction here. And this is exactly what she wants. You know, she'll be satisfied when this happens, okay, with the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so she'll be satisfied when she pull him into the direction that she wants him to lead to. Okay, which is away from the divine feminine here, away from the divine feminine. Okay, and towards her. Okay. So, yeah, and she feels like it's only a matter of time before, you know, he put an end to the third party and the other options that he has. So this is her like waiting patiently. That's her like waiting patiently for the situation. So this all I got for the comic. I decided to add a part 4, which is advice for divine feminines who are in third party situations. So I'll be back with that video in a minute.